Hello, scholars. In previous session, we started our new topic was there, or very small poem titled "The Pilgrim," and we discussed about the activities which are given in the warming up section. Today, through this video, we will also try to understand some remaining activities given in the warming up section, and these activities are very essential to understand the content in the poem I have already told you so many times. Today, we are going to understand this with the help of the activity poetic devices, various kinds of poetic devices which are used in the poem. Poetic devices we will discuss. So, look at now the first poetic devices that we want to understand. Poetic devices is nothing but a figures of speech is there. So, first poetic device that we want to understand in today's session is tautology. First of all, what is meant by tautology? Try to understand. Tautology is one kind of figures of speech in which if two or more words in the same line convey the same meaning, the figures of speech in that line is called tautology. So let me repeat this one. If two or more words in the same line convey same meaning, this is most important. Now let me explain this tautology along with the example. Example I have already given here. It brought joy and cheers. Look at now these two words, joy and cheers. Two words are very important. Now, joy means cheer and cheer means joy. Both the words are in the same line and having same meaning. And when such type of words are used having same meaning in the same line, that is the example of tautology, right? So it brought joy and cheer. Meaning of joy and cheer is the same and occurring in the same line. Therefore, it is example of tautology. Again, we will see the second example. They groaned with the aches and pain. Aches and pain. Now, ache and pain having same meaning. Just like stomach pain or stomach ache, we are saying head pain or headache, we are saying. Similarly, what is there? The ache and pain. It means suffering of the persons are described with the two different words, but the meaning is the same, and therefore it is example of tautology. Now, let us move to the second is there inversion or apostrophe. Inversion or apostrophe we have to understand here. So this is the second device or second figures of speech that we have to understand in this session. So look at now what is being given there. The poet often change the proper grammatical order in the line of a poem in order to make line rhyme or emphasize upon something. The figures of speech in such a lines is called inversion or apostrophe. So what is there here? Grammatical order is changed for the purpose of rhyming scheme or emphasis of something. This is the meaning of inversion or apostrophe. Let us try with the help of example. Here example is given there. You can see what it is there. Up come the sun and down the hill it flowed, right? So look at now, you will find the normal prose order is changed here, and therefore this is one of the example of what, this is the example of inversion is there, right? Right, the sun, right, come up the sun means the sun came up. This is actually the normal order. Down the hill it flowed, right? It flowed down the hill. Actually, this is the normal order. Yes, and the normal order of first line is there. The sun came up, and the normal prose order of the second is it flowed down the hill. So these are the examples of what inversion or apostrophe. Now let us move to the last figures of speech that we have to understand, that is interrogation or rhetorical question. Now interrogation and rhetorical question, they are not asked for getting any kind of information, but they are just asked to what, to create a dramatic effect, to 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 get an answer on the line of a poem. Such type of figures of speech is called the interrogation or rhetorical question. Here you can understand with the help of example, but try to understand. Let me give you the explanation of the rhetorical. When a question is asked in order to create dramatic effect, not to get answer, this is there. And when such type of line is appearing in the poem, it is one of the example of interrogation or rhetorical question. We will try to understand this concept with the help of example. Check it now. What is this life if full of care? So look at now. The poet is not asking this question for the purpose of information, but he want to show the one of the aspect of the life, right? What is this life if full of care? Understand? And when can their glory fade? When can their glory fade? This question is not asked to get the time or year when the glory will be faded away. Yes, but the poet want to show that their glory will never fade away. Therefore, this particular question is asked for the assertion. In this way, we have seen three important devices, poetic devices, that is tautology, inversion, apostrophe, and this interrogation or rhetorical question. I hope you understood all these, and also try to find out more examples of the these figures of speech with the help of net. That's all in today's session. Thank you.